What's good, people? Your boy Bad Mike coming at you guys. And the Super Bowl is set, bro. The Super Bowl is set. We have a matchup. We have a matchup. And unfortunately, the Kansas City Chiefs, bro, I'm just gonna give them credit for getting the job done. All right. Just gotta give the Kansas City Chiefs some love, respect. Your boy did his thing, man, and there's nothing more to hate about. There's nothing more to hate on, and I just got to give it, man. Kyle Shanahan, congratulations, bro. Like, I'm just going to be the bigger person and just say, they did a great job this year. They built the team the way it should be built, and that's through the trenches. I don't know how many times we have to say this, continue to say this in the NFL, is that this is exactly how you build a team, and that's through the trenches. Let's just be real. This is how you build a championship. You're not going to build a champion constantly drafting wide receivers in the first round, cornerbacks and linebackers. No, it's not going to happen that way. If you don't build through the trenches, defensive linemen, defensive tackles, offensive guards, corners, but tackles, tackles, you're not going to the Super Bowl, and you're not going to make your team a contender not building in the trenches. And when you look at the Rashad, bro, like you said this over and over again, you got to build through the trenches, bro. And like I said, I'm a realist, and despite my personal feelings about Kyle Shanahan, I still think he did exactly what he did. All right, not going to go into that. This is not the moment to bash on Kyle Shanahan. He did exactly what he was supposed to do, man. This is how you build a team. This game is built to get after quarterbacks. This game is built to be physical. If you don't invest in the defensive line, if you don't invest in the offensive line, you're going to continuously struggle. It doesn't matter if you have Julio. It doesn't matter if you have Matt Ryan. It doesn't matter if you have the best corners and linebackers. If you cannot pretty much destroy or compete physically in the offensive line and defensive line, you're going to struggle. And Charlene Samuels is not necessarily beef. You can have the biggest dudes out there, but if these dudes don't have heart, if these dudes don't have the necessary attitude to get after the quarterback, and if you don't get after the if you don't get after the quarterback, if you don't get after the quarterback, if you don't get after the quarterback, sorry about that, but if you don't get after the quarterback, if you don't, make the running backs think twice, getting after. I'm sorry about that. Hold on one second. That's a little bit of a distraction right now. Okay, here we go. All right. If you don't get after the quarterback, you don't hit the quarterback, you don't constantly get, pressure on the quarterback, but you're not going to win. And this is what we've seen from the Atlanta Falcons. They haven't invested in the defensive line. They haven't invested in the defense. And from the very beginning, Kyle Shanahan, John Lynch, these guys have invested in the trenches. You have to consistently get after the quarterback. You have to make it a living hell for these guys. If this means losing for the next couple of years or so, not necessarily losing, but if you as a team have to let a couple of players go in order to finally get the player that you want, a cornerstone lineman like a Grady Jarrett or a Von Miller. You have to go through a couple of 79 seasons, man. Guess what? That's what you have to do. Stop paying these wide receivers. Stop playing these little damn cornerbacks. But it's just the truth of the matter. Kyle Shanahan, those guys built that team the correct way. And now we're seeing the fruits of their labor. All right? You're seeing the fruits of their labor, bro. They're doing a great job. They did a great job of building the trenches, consistently running the freaking ball. If you don't have a plan defensively, if you don't have consistent pass rush, if you don't have consistent players coming off the bench to give guys like Grady Jarrett, Vic Beasley, Tack McKinley, if you don't have these guys behind them, what are we really doing? Like, what are we really doing? You can have all this, you can have all of the best skilled players in the world, but if you don't have time, quarterback, you're going to lose. You're going to fail. We cannot protect Matt Ryan. We cannot protect Matt Ryan. And one of the ways you protect your quarterback is to not have him throwing 40, 50 times a game. Did you see what happened today? The ball maybe 15 times. This dude maybe threw the ball 15 times. That's a recipe right there for you. That's right there should tell you everything that you need to know. This dude, yes. Dude, he threw the ball 6 times at halftime. And they still won the game. It was up to 27. 20 points. What does that tell you? They're in the Super Bowl and they didn't have to throw the ball. Kenneth, go to hell, man. I give everybody the credit. This ain't about my personal thoughts of what Kyle Shanahan did or didn't do. Give that man his credit. So you can go to hell, whatever you. All right? Don't start that shit right now. This is about Kyle Shanahan and this is about the 49ers. This ain't about me. But that man, they did a great job. They did a great job. This is about team football. This is how you build teams. Look at the Baltimore Ravens. Built the exact same way. They built the team the exact same way. Run the ball and great trench play. Baltimore. Tennessee, look at this. Run the ball and great trench play on offensive line, defensive line. San Francisco, they ran the ball, played great defense, and had pretty good offensive line. They built that team from the absolute ground up, and that was the correct way, the way it should be. No, you are nothing without a good offensive line. You're nothing without a good defensive line. Protect your quarterback, run the ball, and get after the quarterback. Football is not that difficult. Football is really not that hard. But some coaches, I'm not going to lie, some coaches do fall in love with certain players and they give them a ton of freaking money they did not deserve. Kenneth, I don't give a fuck what you think, all right? You can fall off the Empire State Building. I will not give a shit, okay? But this is how you build a team. This is how you build a freaking team. 8 pass attempts all freaking game. This is when Dirk Cutter came here. I was never for this. My boy Skills, who's currently in the chat right now, Dan, Pat, we let out a huge sigh. Oh my freaking God. We're never going to get a running game now. Just knew it. Just absolutely knew it. What's good, Chris? Rashad? What's good, Jarvis? What's good, man? Everybody, what's good? A1 Colossal. What's good, pimping? But like I said, this is about football. Football 101 says you have to run the ball, play good offensive time time possession. Doesn't really matter how you do it. Dante Spike, what's good, dog? Good trench play, run the ball, get after the quarterback. It's really not that difficult. But some coaches love to get prissy and pretty. They love to find these little tools like Hill. They love to find these guys like Nicole Hartman. Great tight ends like Travis Kelsey, George Kittle, and they forget about the run because you're making so many, explosive plays. And one thing about Kansas City, they do attempt to try to run the ball. They attempt to try to run the ball. That's why they're in the Super Bowl right now. This is why they're in the Super Bowl right now. This is why Kyle Shanahan is in the Super Bowl. They understand the importance of time of possession. That's something the Falcons have yet to understand. Cannot continue to have these 3-and-outs. Cannot continue to have 3-and-outs, expect to get to Super Bowls. And damn, Kyle Shanahan had to leave Atlanta to get back to the Super Bowl. And that's a great point, Skills. They trade for Honey Badger. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to invest in your defense and get the right players, man. You can't get too attached to a lot of these skill players, especially if you don't invest in your trench play. Kansas City did the right way. They ran the ball. Yeah, they're a throwing team, but that's one thing about Andy Reid. He did a great job with his team. Is that he balanced the passing game with the running game, and he used the short passing game with Damian Williams. It's all about pass. It's all about time of possession in football and getting after the quarterback. Trade for Frank Clark and look what they do today. They did a great job to understand their teams. They understand what they are. They totally understand what they are. You know what I'm saying? Like at some point, At some freaking point, you have to understand that you're not going to continue to win with these, what the idea is just going to throw for 400, 500 yards a game and every team is just going to, you're going to score points. Falcons have yet to win a Super Bowl with that train of thought. And yes, we have Matt Ryan. Yes, we have Julio. But bro, come on. And let me get this straight and everybody say this. Look, let me say this. Let me say this to all you Atlanta Falcons fans, all right? Are you dick riding ass Atlanta Falcons fans who think a man can't have an opinion about a certain quarterback? Like we can't criticize a coach or a player and then come back and get a guy credit. No, that's what real men and women do. You can hate whoever you want. You can dislike any player you want. Okay? You can dislike any player you want. That's called being a fan. That's called loving the game. Kyle Shanahan made mistakes. Dan Quinn made mistakes. I've made mistakes. And Kenneth, you ride a big dick in your ass. How about you do that? All right. How about you do that? Like, come on, bro. Like, this is what real men's supposed to do. Like, real men give guys credit, even when they dislike them. Oh, I'm trying. Look, bro, I'm trying my best not to give him Mad Mike. You don't know Mad Mike, okay? You don't know Mad Mike, bro. He don't know. I'm being nice, okay? Like we're not supposed to give guys credit. We're not supposed to give a man credit because we dislike a guy. Like I dislike LeBron. Like that doesn't mean I can't get a guy credit. Like, come on, bro. Like who the fuck does that? Because you don't like it, just because I don't like Kyle Shanahan, I'm not gonna get a guy credit for getting his team to the Super Bowl. Like, where we do that at, bro? Just because I dislike the Patriots, I can't give them credit for being a dynasty for over 15 years. Where we do that at, bro? Kyle Shanahan, the Falcons did nothing wrong. Okay, when it comes to Kyle Shanahan, the guy left for a head coaching job. And now, little punk ass Kenneth Johnson want to come at Mad Mike and say, "Oh my God, Mike, you're a hypocrite. You're giving Kyle Shanahan credit." Shut the hell up, all right? And go take. All right, let me keep that comment to myself. All right, let me cut that comment to myself. Like, come on, man. Like, come on, bro. Like, I'm not supposed to. I'm not supposed to give a guy credit because he's a former player or he's a former coach. He did a great job. Devondre Campbell, I ate his ass alive earlier this season. Man, Skills got in a huge argument about Devondre Campbell and got what? Yeah, I gave him his credit when he improved. That's what he's supposed to do. Somebody say he got diabetes. Get your diabetes ass out here. Hey man, get out of here with that shit. Like I'm not supposed to give that man credit because I mean, that man got a team to a Super Bowl, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like with like a grown ass man not supposed to give him a credit because I dislike him. Like, come on, bro. Get out of here. That man deserves every bit of this. This ain't about me. Like I said, it ain't about me. I don't like Kyle Shanahan. I probably will never ever like him because I still believe he did what he did. But at the same time, look, he got his team in the Super Bowl. I don't give a damn how incomplete I still think this team is. They're built the right way. They're built to contend. How can I hate on a team that's built to contend? How can I hate on the Tennessee Titans who weren't supposed to be there? They were built the right way. You can't hate on that, bro. You can't hate on that. That's the way things go. That's the way things supposed to go. I apologize about that comment I said about earlier. Him sticking to what, you know what, and him. But like you said, I'm trying to hold back. Your boy man Mike is trying to be good for the rest of this live. All right. I'm trying to be good. I'm trying my best to be good. I'm trying to hold back my crazy comments. Okay? But that pisses me off. Like dudes can't give a guy credit because what you said earlier this month. Like, come on, bro. I've always, if you listen to my videos, I've always said fuck Kyle Shanahan. Every time I say fuck Kyle Shanahan. All right? I say Kyle Shanahan, I say fuck Kyle Shanahan when I'm asleep. Fuck you, Kyle. Fuck you. Fuck Kyle Shanahan. Fuck him. Fuck him. Fuck him. Yeah, I do. Every chance I get, I say Kyle Shanahan, fuck him. Okay? But guess what? He's a great offensive coordinator. He's a great play caller. You've always heard me say that. You always heard me say he's a great play caller. Your boy Skills going off in the damn chat. Kenneth done left. He done ran. I guess Skills done ran him off. I guess he in there still trying to listen to the dictionary or maybe he's asleep. Maybe his old ass is asleep. I don't know which one. But like, come on, bro. Yeah. No, I wish Kyle Shanahan the absolute best. I wish Kyle Shanahan the absolute best. But when we're talking about a coach that's no longer with the Falcons, fuck him. He ain't doing nothing for us. Kyle Shanahan winning for San Francisco ain't doing a damn thing for the Falcons. So why should I care? Oh, good job, Kyle Shanahan. You're helping the 49ers win. I don't give a damn. He ain't with this team. If Matt Ryan was to go to the 49ers, if Matt Ryan to go to anybody else, now he want to say something. Man, you don't get your little, this man talking about put some respect on his name. Man, you don't get that out of your, what? This man here he done pulled on his pants. And he bending over proper for Kyle Shanahan now. Get out of here with that crap. I ain't heard this dude say it. This man, I ain't heard Kenneth talk about Kyle Shanahan all year. Now he want to pretend like he is biggest fan. Man, sit your punk ass down somewhere. That man hit the biggest Kyle Shanahan fan now. He like these little fake Lakers fans who jump out of nowhere. Now everybody a Lakers fan because LeBron done went. Like, come on, bro. Oh, we gonna get to the Falcons. Don't worry about that, dog. But like this is all about Kyle Shanahan and his great season. You know what I'm saying? You got to give that dude credit. They did a great job, man. They built this team, the Chiefs. They did a great job, and I still think the I still think this Chiefs team is just too difficult to stop. As long as Pat Mahomes is Pat Mahomes, I don't think Richard Sherman can keep up with guys like Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill is Jesus Christ. That dude's like freaking the road runner, man. I don't know what the hell. Tyreek Hill is just so damn fast. Tyreek Hill is absolutely amazing, bro. You couple that with Travis Kelsey, Damian Williams, Sammy Atkins, Watkins, and you have Miko Hartman. Bro, come on. Like, let's be real. How the 49ers, the only way the 49ers are going to be able to stop this Chiefs team, they get turnovers. That's it. Because the Chiefs are going to score points. And they're going to have to run the ball. And what I saw today, the Chiefs, and what they did to contain the Titans, it's going to be a pretty good game. It's going to be an exciting game. That's for sure. But like, but this dude come out of nowhere. Now he the biggest Kyle Shanahan fan. Man, get your punk. Well, you don't get out of here with that mess. You ever try me, dude? This man ain't said nothing about Kyle Shanahan all year. Now he his biggest fan. Get out of here. Iron Mike, good job being the bigger man. It's still fuck Kyle Shanahan, but like I said before, this is his time. This is the 49ers time. This is the Chiefs time. Get them dudes some credit. It should be a damn good Super Bowl. Ju, what's good, Ju? Charlene, R2K, what's good? Jeremy Cole, Chris Dunlap, Chadu, Terrence Summerwood, Terrence Holmes, Speed. We need to draft well in the trenches. I think the Falcons have done a pretty good job of drafting in the trenches the last couple of the last um, draft or so. But if the Falcons are serious about contending, man, they have to draft. They have to continue to invest in the trenches. We have enough skill players. We have corners. We have linebackers. We have wide receivers. We have running backs. When are we going to invest in the offensive line, defensive line, especially the defensive line? Can't continue to draft wide receivers. And although I think Kyle Ridley is going to be a pretty good wide receiver, we didn't need Kyle. We didn't need him. The Falcons did not need Calvin Ridley. They should have taken Taven Bryan and they didn't do it. And now we're still suffering because we didn't invest in the defensive line. Gotta invest in the defensive line, bro. Hey man, look, we drafted defensive tackle, the first two picks, re-signed Tyler Davidson rotation, Adrian Claiborne, and part ways with Jack Crawford and Alan Bailey. Um, Look, I guess he fell asleep again. Kenneth is back. He's laughing this time. I think he fell asleep. His old ass done fell asleep again. And now he come back. He's back. He want to pretend like he fall asleep. Man, you need to take your Geritol or whatever the hell you need to take. But the Falcons have to continue to invest in the defensive line, man. And like I said, what I've seen from the Falcons, I think the Falcons can. It's going to be interesting for me personally because I'm really worried about the defensive end rotation. I don't believe in Tack. I don't believe in Tack for a couple of reasons. I don't think he's committed to football. I don't think his body can hold up the Falcons. I don't know what they're going to do with Vic Beasley. I just don't know, bro. Yeah, we up R2K, man. We're I don't know why your message just got retracted, but we need to invest in the line, man. Tack wants to be a Panther. Man, I thought Tack want to be anything. Man, don't block Kenneth. Ain't nobody block you. Ain't nobody worried about you. Who blocked you? Ain't nobody worried about you, dog. I just like I said, I don't believe that Tack is committed to the game, man. It's like every time he's on Instagram, Twitter, or whatever, he's just saying something crazy. He's making these, the cowboy emojis and stuff. Oh my god, a gay monster! Like that's all you got? He's looking like a gay monster. What? What, bro? You what? What are we doing? The dude said he looking like a gay monster. What? Come on, bro. You got to do better than that. Keanu Neal. What my thoughts on Keanu, man? I don't know. That's another. I just don't know what you do with Keanu. I think what you're gonna have to do is try to find a trade partner, someone who's willing to give. Hey man, this man said you look like a gay monster, a rotten tampon. What? Man, what is going on, bro? This dude said with Keanu Neal, man. I don't under. I think the Falcons were experimenting with him closer to the line of scrimmage this year, using him as a blitzer. Um, I think that's something that the Falcons had to continue to play more 4-2-5, 3-3-5 looks and dime looks and whatnot. In order to kind of get him out of coverage because with a torn Achilles and torn ACL, man, I'm not sure if you can continue. I don't know if you can continue to, count on Keanu Neal, man. At this point, I just got to be honest with myself. He's just injury prone, man, and I'm not willing to give this guy any more money until he proves to me that he can not get hurt. The dumbest, the craziest thing, the worst thing the Falcons can do is give Keanu Neal another a contract extension. Can't do it. You can't do it. But the CBA drafted players they automatically get a fifth year when they injured. When they're in their first year of their contract, when they're in their first contract after being drafted, if you're injured in the fourth year, that next year is guaranteed. for first rounders. No, let skills do what thing, man. Let skills do it thing, man. But I don't know if it's Keanu Neal, man. I wouldn't necessarily bring him back. I would try to look for a trade partner. If I can get a fifth to seventh round pick for Keanu Neal, I know his money is guaranteed, so it's going to have to be a team for me personally that takes a shot at Keanu Neal. Charlene, I appreciate it. I truly appreciate you for subscribing to the channel and join the chat and whatnot. But I can't control everybody. All right. Thank you, thank you. But let's as far as Keanu Neal, like I said, Keanu Neal, man, I just there's no point in bringing Keanu Neal back past this season, the 2020 season. You can't get this guy another contract. Why? Because it's just unless he hasn't proven that he can stay healthy. Why bring him back? If you can kind of package Keanu Neal, with tack and get a couple of picks here and there, I would do that. But I'm getting rid of if you want the honest truth, man, I'm getting rid of Keanu Neal and I'm getting rid of tack. Tack hasn't proven to me that he can stay healthy. You know what I'm saying? Tack hasn't proved anything. This man has not proven a thing. Tack hasn't proven anything other than him being a damn crybaby. That's it. That's all Tack has proven. Ken Law and Grady, King Christopher, dog, like that would be an absolute dream for me personally because I think Grady Jarrett, in order for the Falcons to kind of get production from that defensive line, I think one of the best ways to get the most out of this defense is to have a running mate next to Grady Jarrett. Trade tack, kind of package him with Keanu Neal, get younger, sign a veteran like Adrian Claiborne to play opposite, sign another veteran defensive end like a Bruce Irvin, bring him in until the rookie defensive end is ready to come in and take over. But I'm trading Tack. I'm trading Keanu. And I'm drafting a guy like, I'm drafting a guy like Kinlaw. Because you're going to get the best out of Grady. As long as Grady Jarrett is healthy, you're going to get the best out of Grady. In order to get in order to dominate, Grady Jarrett needs a running mate. Grady Jarrett literally has nothing beside him. He is the sole pass rush when it comes down to interior pass rush. That's it. The Falcons have to generate interior pass rush by blitzing and stunting. He has to. Grady, they have to. Yeah, skills, bro. Like, yeah, he at this point, man. Like, at this point, man, I just, man, I really wanted Taven Brown. Like, I really did want him, man. Because there's literally nothing. Deedon Knott has improved anything. It worries me when you have a defensive coach that keeps out an interior lineman out the entire season. He plays one game, plays well, and then he's out again. That tells me that they have no confidence in Deedon Knott. None whatsoever. Bro, this is not minor league baseball where you're going to sit out players and hope that they play well. That was like that right there should tell you a lot. That the Falcons, I don't know if it's Dan Quinn, I don't know if it's Thomas Dimitrov, but they got to get this shit straight. They have to get this mess straight with the defensive line. You have to get this stuff straight with the defensive line, man, because at some point, Grady Jarrett is going to be unhappy. Why? Because he's the only one getting pressure. He's the only one making plays up front. Grady Jarrett is going to get tired. Grady Jarrett is going to catch an attitude at some point. If he doesn't get a running mate soon, Grady Jarrett is going to get tired. And if you look at the way the contract is structured, it's only a 2 year. For the most part, it's only a 2 year deal. There's an out at the third year. After his second year, there's an out of Grady Jarrett's contract. There is an out in his contract. What the hell did Scott Pioli do when he was here? Scott Pioli, I think he had an idea what he wanted from the defensive side of the ball, and he just didn't click. He just didn't click. And like I said, if the Falcons do not find Grady Jarrett a running mate, bro, I'm telling you, he's going to get tired of it. He's going to get disgruntled because Grady Jarrett, this is something that a lot of people don't pay attention to. Grady Jarrett doesn't come off the field. This dude gets absolutely no time to rest at all. Unless he's hurt, Grady Jarrett doesn't come off that field. So a guy like Ken Long, Grady Jarrett, I think that'd be an excellent, excellent tandem. But if the Falcons can find some way to get something, if they can find some way to get something out of Tech McKinley and keep him healthy, which I doubt, because that dude's shoulder is made out of peanut brittle, bro. That dude's shoulder is brittle as hell, bro. You hit his shoulder hard enough, that shit gonna crack. I don't trust Tech. I'm sorry. I think he has potential to be a pass rusher, but what good is it pass rusher if he's constantly hurt? He can't play most of the season. Every time I turn around, Tech is on the ground crawling, going back to the sideline, holding his shoulder. Jello, man. Look, man. Tech shoulders damn made out of paper. This dude can't stay. This dude cannot stay healthy for. I think this is his third surgery on his shoulder. Third. R2K, like, bros, like, seriously, this dude is fragile. And for me, like I said, the way this team is constructed, like, they have to go after a defensive tackle. They have to go defensive line. I got to look more at Raekwon Davis. I think he showed flashes of something, but he kind of, against Georgia in that championship game, I don't know, man. They took advantage of Raekwon Davis in that championship game, man. So I'm not really, sold on Raekwon Davis. I think he's a pretty good talent, but I'm not sure I'd take him at 16. I got to see more out of Raekwon Davis. Joe Witt. Joe Witt is a excellent. I think he's an underrated signing, but I do like Joe Witt. I think the Falcons are going to. They really. I think the Falcons definitely. Um, they really. When you have Raheem Morris, who's a defensive back coach, his specialty is defensive backs, and you bring in a Joe Witt, it's obvious that the Falcons are definitely looking towards building this team from the secondary. And that kind of scares me because, like I said before, I think at this point, man, you got to build through the trenches. And the fact that you bring in another defensive back coach, that kind of scares me a bit. But when you have Dan Quinn, I think Dan Quinn, for the most part, he's a pretty good player, coach, as far as developing talent. And he is a good he's a good coach at developing defensive linemen. Let's just make that clear. Falcons just don't invest in players. You can be the best coach, but you don't have the talent up front. Coaching is pretty much it's like trying to coach a damn Corey Beerman to be a speed rusher when he doesn't have the necessary skills to be a speed rusher. Absolutely pointless. So the Falcons have to get the talent up front in order to get the best out of these players. You're not going to get the best out of Dan Quinn if you don't have the players. You don't have to get the best. It goes vice versa. It works hand in hand. Falcons have to get, they must get it. Appreciate that, Jarvis, man. Appreciate the super chat, bro. Truly appreciate that. But good gracious. Man, your boy Skill still Hey man, your boy Skill still going strong, man. If Raekwon Davis is around in the second, yeah, I can see that, Rodney. I can see it. I think he is a player that a Dan Quinn player that he can mold. I think he has the necessary skills. As far as athleticism, Dan Quinn. One thing about Dan Quinn he covets most is flexibility. His defensive linemen have to have the ability to do multiple things. You're not going to play Dan Quinn if you can't do a multitude of things, and that's why, for the most part, Dino Sanat is not playing. You can't move Dino Sanat around like you can do Grady Jarrett, like you can do Adrian Claiborne. You know he has that issue, but for the most part, you can't move Dino Sanat around like you can do Jack Crawford. You know, Allen Bailey, who can play defensive end, defensive tackle, 3 tech. You can't do that with Dino Sanat. So if you're going to be a defensive lineman with defense with Dan Quinn, you got to be flexible. Flexibility is everything. And AJ Spencer is a dude that can do multiple things on the line. And that's why I say if he's sitting at 16, man, I say you got to go with AJ. I'm really starting to fall in love with AJ, dog. Ken Law and AJ, I think those are perfect players for the Falcons. You couple Tack, Kaminsky, AJ, Grady, get another a guy in the second round. You double up in this you double up with the first, second round, and then you take another offensive lineman with the second pick. But the Falcons have to continue to address the trenches. And like my boy Rashad in the chat, you're no good. You can't win championships without investing in the trenches. You win and lose in the trenches. If you can't get after the quarterback, you can't protect your quarterback, you're going to lose. So the Falcons have to get back at investing in the trenches, coaching the trenches. That's your boy Skills. I always said the Falcons just don't have enough good coaching, and he's right. Falcons don't have enough good coaching. Just going to be real. Again, appreciate that super chat, Jarvis, man. I truly appreciate that. I appreciate all you guys, man, for helping, investing in this channel, man. Like I said, everything that you guys give go directly into keeping this channel going. Like, cause I said before, I want to be the biggest Atlanta Falcons YouTuber. The biggest. I want to be number one. All right. I'm in this shit to be number one. I love your boy Dan, but I'm trying to crush Dan's throat when it comes down to be number one Falcons. All right. I want to be the number one. This is all love. But Dan, no, we in it to compete, bro. We in it to compete. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, Jarvis. We in this to compete. Because we got to have a positive Atlanta Falcons platform. Because we got a lot of crap out here. We got a lot of creators out here that's spreading a lot of junk. Spreading a lot of junk, bro. Everything that come out of their mind, out of their mouth, we got to get rid of this player. You suck, they suck, everybody suck. Then we got the national media. The national media never give us any type of credit. Oh, we trying to crush everybody. Not only the Falcoholic. We trying to crush everybody. Everybody. D-Led. Hell, if we put together a team that come one of the best media, young media out here, so we can go to Atlanta Falcons press conference and interview Dan Quinn and stop asking these dumbass questions. Julio, did you know that you caught 2 touchdowns today? No shit, Sherlock. We knew that. I'm tired of hearing that damn dumbass D-Led at every Falcons press conference asking these stupid questions. Julio frowned out every time he said something. Dan Quinn doesn't like him. Bro, we need a change here in Atlanta media, bro. We need a change. We need some new blood in there. Julio, did you know that Matt Ryan got sacked on 3rd and 20? No crap. He's on the field, you dummy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm tired of these. I'm so sick. Oh, my God. Don't even say anything about Vaughn. Man, that dude right there is nothing but a culture vulture. That's what I call him. I call Vaughn a culture vulture. That dude don't want nothing to do with Atlanta Falcons. He don't want anything to do with Atlanta Falcons. He just here to write articles. A lot of them be negative. A lot of them be he doesn't interact with anybody. He just write articles and that's it and collect a check. So what good is Vaughn McClure? Like, this is what I'm talking about. We got a lot of people here, and I'm not, necessarily, I guess what I don't want is to have a lot of writers that's going to write stuff and be homers. You know what I'm saying? I want Falcons fans, but I want whoever come in, whether you're a fan of another team like Gianna Thomas for the most part. Gianna, she's a pretty good. I really like Gianna. She's cool. She with the SB Nation now. She's not with the Falcoholic. But Gianna, she's pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? She writes, she does her thing, and she gives her honest opinion. And a lot of time is well put together. But we got these clowns like D-Led, everything. They looking at is to try to say something negative and try to get them somebody, the fans to fight amongst themselves, putting out bullshit about, we should have did this with Todd Gurley. Dan Quinn needs to do this, and Dan Quinn, no Vic, like we got dudes like Chuck Smith. Chuck Smith is a hater, man. Chuck Smith is a big problem with Chuck Smith. These former players who out here, they not even telling the truth. They just dislike players because look, Vic Beasley was a better defensive lineman than defensive end than Chuck Smith ever will be. That's why he really hating Vic. That's why he really hating Vic. Don't let Chuck Smith get you. Don't let Chuck Smith fool y'all. Chuck Smith is a hater, bro. Chuck Smith is the biggest hater. He knows Vic Beasley is close to his record, all right? He's gonna pass Chuck Smith. If he's back, Vic Beasley's gonna pass him. That's the real reason why Chuck Smith hating. Don't let that bullshit fool you. This man don't tell the truth all the time. He just wants somebody to come to his camp so he can get more publicity for his camp. Like, come on. Hey, man, y'all got to leave Jen alone. Jenna cool, man. Jenna cool, man. I don't know how the hell you said the name. I don't know if I'm saying the name right, but Jenna, Thomas, she cool, man. But yeah. Chuck was a beast, but he's a hater. Because this man is not going to your camp, because he don't need your help. He feel like he don't need your help. You got to bash this man every chance that you get. And the only reason why he wants to come, because if Vic Beasley comes to his camp and he balls out, guess what? Chuck gets more publicity. This is the reason why he's going at Chuck. This is why Chuck Smith is going at Vic Beasley. Because he wants to get all the publicity. He wants to get all the credit for it. Why ain't nobody talking about Tack going to him? Tack haven't been. Have we seen Tack doing anything outside in his free time? Nope. Tack goes home to California, and we never see him until training camp. But we sit up here all the time and say Vic Beasley need to work on his craft. What about Tack? Tack ain't doing a damn thing, bro. But this man goes out it seems like every time the pass rush comes up, this man is bashing Vic Beasley every single time. Like I said, where is Tack? Why isn't he working off in the off season? He's not doing anything, bro. And then get on Twitter and act a damn idiot. Like, come on, bro. Like where? Like, seriously, if you're going to point the finger at Vic Beasley and say he needs to perform, that he's inconsistent, Tack is the epitome of inconsistent. This dude can have 3 sacks in a game, 2 sacks in the next game, and then for 5 games in a row, this dude is not even getting to the quarterback. But we sit up here and bash the hell out of Vic. Happens every freaking time. All the time. The dude led our team in sacks, and we still talking about. He led the team in sacks, and we still talking about Tack like he's a damn Pro Bowler. That dude can't stay on the dang on field. What we talking about? I don't know what guy you were talking about, Fred. From the AJC. Yeah, man, the AJC, they all about negativity, bro. The AJC is all about negativity. Their job is to create rift within the fan base to get clicks on their articles so people can know, so they can feel good about being negative, man. That's what they do. Everything that the AJC does is all about creating a rift and arguing. That's it. They don't record, they don't give the fans what they need, and that's the truth and the facts, stats, history, all of that. They're not here to do that. I hope Vic is back. But if he's looking for the money that I think he is commanding or he's looking for, then more than likely he'll walk. And we'll re-sign Devondre Campbell to come in and be the blitzer for the most part. And they'll find some type of replacement, whether it's in free agency, in the draft. If Vic Beasley is looking for too much money. And you have to understand that the Falcons do have a guy in John Kaminsky who they have um, confidence in. I think he's going to be a pretty good player. I'm kind of worried about him this year with his ankle injury for the most part. Didn't get as many snaps that I thought he would, but the Falcons definitely have that guy. If it's Dimitrov doing the trading, I don't trust. Look, man, Dimitrov has done a pretty good job as far as trading. He doesn't get beat with trades. That's one thing I can say about Thomas Dimitrov. He always gives us, the best job, the best trade. He always gives us the best trade. He doesn't spend too much on a player that isn't worth it. That's something that I can say about Thomas Dimitrov. Whether I like, the player that they trade up for, they never give up too much. You know what I'm saying? They don't pull a damn New Orleans Saints when giving away a first round draft pick for Marcus Davenport. Falcons don't do stuff like that. Thomas Dimitrov don't do stuff like that. So, like I said, man, Thomas Dimitrov, he hasn't been the greatest GM, but he absolutely hasn't been the worst. All right. He could have definitely done better addressing the trenches. And I think that's where the Falcons have definitely have done a terrible job. The Saints rebuild was better because they found Alvin Kamara and Lattimore. Man, Alvin Kamara is one of the most overrated backs in the league, bro. All this dude does is catch passes out of the backfield and Marshawn grab him more. Like, come on, bro. That team ain't that dang good. Jeremy Crow, we definitely need, and that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to make our input in this media. We need another sports news media outlet. And that's what your boy Mad Mike, unintentional grounding, myself, Brazilian net skills, who's in the chat. That's what we're trying to do. We got some things brewing, we got some things cooking, and we're trying to be the number one. All right. Like I said, we're trying to take over, dog. I'll never tell you guys that I'm not trying to take over and I'm not trying to be number one, because that's exactly what I'm doing. I want to be number one, period. We want to be number one. We want to give you guys the truth and the facts of the matter because we love our team and we're trying to provide exactly that because I know you guys love out your team too. So we're trying to do exactly that for you guys. You damn skipper, we're trying to be number one. And Dimitrov definitely won that Sanu trade. But we got a second round pick for Muhammad Sanu. And I told him, I did a video a couple of months ago when it happened, and people were so worried that we would just, the Falcons wouldn't be able to find a replacement for Muhammad Sanu. I said, don't worry about it. Muhammad Sanu is basically Austin Hooper. He was taking away a lot of He was taking a lot of targets away from Austin Hooper. Those guys are basically the same. They're the same exact. Then you got the guy and Russell Gage. The guy is just look. Russell Gage is going to be a damn good slot receiver. Julio, Calvin Ridley, Austin Hooper. Yeah, it's going to be pretty good. I think there would be two or three players traded during the draft, during draft night. Look, man, I think the Falcons are going to trade down. Just the way things are just shaping up for me, man. The more that I think about it, the more that I see, unless some guys fall in the draft, the Falcons is at this point. Vic Beasley being a free agent, it's a lot of guys being a free agent. Adrian Claiborne is going to be free agent. Like at this point, I can't see the Falcons trading up. They're either going to wait it out for their guy, or they're going to trade down and pick up a couple of more picks. I truly believe that. And if a guy falls that they have high on their radar, you could see them potentially using those two second round picks, trading up back into the first round and pick up another guy. So the Falcons have opportunities and things that they can do. On top of that, you can either, try to trade Devontae Freeman, get a third or fourth round pick for him, so you don't lose that second round for the most part. You don't lose the second round. So the Falcons have options. They have money that they can go out, sign a veteran in free agency, sign him to like a 3 or 4 year deal, where you structure the contract is essentially a 2-year deal, and then they have a third year out. So the Falcons have options, and they're going to have a ton of money in 21. This is what the Falcons fans don't understand. The Falcons are going to have a ton of money in 2021. The Falcons are going to have a ton of money in 2021. So don't worry about that, Falcons fan. With the potential of the collective bargain agreement starting over, the Falcons are going to have a ton of freaking money. All right. So don't worry about that, Falcons fans. 2021, you could potentially see the Falcons coming in, sign a big free agent. But the Falcons do have money in 2021. So who out there is telling you guys that the Falcons don't have money? Oh my God, we're going to panic. Ease. Be easy. The Falcons have money, dog. Quavo said the bad Falcons ain't got no money. The Falcons actually have money. Kenneth moved Devondre Campbell to the middle line. Campbell is best at. Well, Kenneth, man, Mr. Geritol, Devondre Campbell is best where he's at. He's a Sam linebacker. The Falcons in the NFL, your middle linebacker has to have the ability to cover. If you're going to put Devondre Campbell in the middle of the field, your ass is going to get tore up. You're going to get destroyed. Devondre Campbell has no business in the middle of anybody's defense. That's a multiple defense. He needs to be in the defense where he is the Sam linebacker. He has to be where he can use his physicality. Devondre Campbell is best when he's blitzing. Devondre Campbell is best when he's near the line of scrimmage. Anytime Devondre Campbell has to think and he has to cover, you've already lost. And partly his struggle early this year is the Falcons coaching was putting him in position where he had to cover and think too much. Devondre Campbell is not a thinker, okay? And I don't want to make it sound like the guy retarded or something, but he doesn't play. Devondre Campbell is not one of those players that does well when he has to think too much. When he can just worry about blitzing, when he can just worry about tackling, Devondre Campbell at his best. So anytime you put him in space where he has to think and he has to cover guys, you already lost. So a lot of that is coaching. A lot of that, you got to put players in position to succeed. So yeah, I don't necessarily put Devondre Campbell in the middle. That hell no, don't want that guy anywhere near the middle. Yeah, man, Rashad Dog. Like every time Aaron Rodgers lose, it's always because of everybody else. Everybody else. This person hurt. Oh, we didn't have this. Like, come on, bro. How many times Aaron Rodgers is gonna blow games, gonna play poorly in games, and you're gonna get his bad man a thousand excuses. That defense pretty good all year long. But all of a sudden, you play the 49ers, this defense, they couldn't stop the run. Aaron Rodgers couldn't do anything. They threw two interceptions, and both of those interceptions because he was gun shy. Picture that, yeah. Aaron Rodgers gun shy. Come on, there's a thousand excuses. Justin Rogers Campbell reminds me of Brooking. Yeah, man. Keith Brooking was just a tackling machine, man. He wasn't that great in coverage, but that's what you can get away with that in back in the day. But like you cannot get away with just with linebackers who can simply cover, man. You put these guys, you put these guys in coverage, man. You're gonna get towed up. But like I said, damn Fred, man, I thought you liked me, dog. Damn, I'm dumb. Damn Fred, I ain't never been called dumb before. Damn, your boy man Mike is dumb. Wow, I didn't know I was stupid. Damn, that's something new that I learned today. I think we need detail. I think we need to keep Ryan Allen, do away with Bosher. Yeah, Mike Bosher's he's a veteran. Bringing back a veteran punter, man. You bring back a veteran punter for the most part, man. He's gonna cost you more. And to be honest, bringing back Ryan Allen, he's gonna be cheaper. So do away with the older dudes because they're gonna cost more money, and just bring back Ryan Allen for less, man. I actually think the Falcons are gonna let Matt Sharp walk unless this guy come back for like $2 or $3 million. I don't see the Falcons bringing him back. There's no need to bring him back, especially with Ben Kirk. I think Ben Kirk has the tools to be the the backup quarterback. He just has to stay healthy. Danny Eatland is actually on the futures team. He signed a futures deal for the Falcons, so he will have an opportunity to play in these preseason. So we'll see, man. Dan Quinn was the weak link. Shanahan just proved that. Like, come on, bro. Why do we always have to put these coaches against each other? You know what I'm saying? Kyle Shanahan has been in the league for at least what 15, 20 years. He has more experience than Dan Quinn. Just because the guy's 40 years old doesn't mean he isn't experienced. This guy is a son of a coach, so he's been prepped for this ever since birth. You can't compare the same. Kyle Shanahan has been prepped for this since birth. His father won 2 Super Bowls. that's not anywhere near the same. Kyle Shanahan learned from not only Mike Shanahan, but Mike Shanahan, he learned from Bill Belichick, Gary Kubiak. These guys have won multiple Super Bowls. So this guy is definitely a good coach. He's had experience. Dan Quinn is literally in his fourth year as a head coach. Kyle Shanahan has over nearly 2 decades of learning experience with great coaches. We're talking about legendary coaches. Kubiak, Mike Shanahan. So he's no screw it, man. I don't know about the weak link, man. I'm sorry, but you don't make it to a Super Bowl by being a weak link. He needs to get better. He needs to improve as a head coach. But come on, let's ease up on that. Man, what is all this Sean Payton and Drew Brees talking here? What the hell's going on? Y'all tripping, dog. Oh my God, that's agent. Oh man. This dude talking about, oh wow. Quavo said this motherfucker stupid. Quavo said this man stupid. Man, get out of here with this, bruh. Legit to Atlanta, what's good, dog? Kenneth, yeah, man. True Fun is not going anywhere. All right, just stop. I'm so sick of motherfuckers talking about True Fun. You gotta be the dumbest person alive to say Desmond True Fun is not a good corner. Again, why are we trading proven players? Guys who have known to do their job well. Why do we trade players that do well for? Why do we want players gone who just do their job and they do it well? And we're still trying to figure out what Isaiah Oliver is. We're still trying to figure out what Kendall Sheffield is, Jordan Miller. You think cornerbacks just grow on trees? You're just going to draft the quarterback and he's going to be an instant star? Look at Tampa Bay. They drafted the couple cornerbacks, and both those guys are gone. So cornerbacks just don't grow on trees, dog. Desmond Trufant very seldom gets beat. Trufant's only issue has always been that he doesn't get a ton of picks. That's it. That's the only thing you can truly say about Desmond Trufant, that he doesn't get a ton of picks. But this year he did. 4 picks, if I believe. And he missed a couple of games. I think he missed like 3 games this year. So Trufant is a damn good card. Matty Ghost, what's good, pimpin'? Thank you for that, bro. Thank you for the super chat, bro. Like I said, every super chat that I goes in promoting the channel. All right, so I appreciate everybody. We're trying to make this channel one of the biggest Falcons outlets out here. All right, we're trying to make it one of the biggest Falcons channel out here. So I appreciate everybody contribution to the channel. Matty Ghost, I appreciate it. Where are the Tevin Coleman lovers? Where are the Tevin Coleman lovers? Oh man, he's hurt again, bro. Look, I said this. I said exactly this, Matty, bro. I love Tevin, but he's injury prone. You can't count on Tevin Coleman. I think the dude got like a 2 year, what, $15 million contract, and he's hurt again, and he's gonna miss the Super Bowl again. This dude is hurt again. We wanted to give him more money. Come on, bro. You can't count on skills. You're right. You can't really count on any running back, to be honest. That's why you have to. That's why I've said over and over again. I've given up on the idea of paying running backs. I don't want to pay running backs. I would much rather have running back by committee and invest in the offensive line. Invest in your offensive line because you can bring in a running back. Look at what Kansas City is doing. Running back by committee. They draft running backs who can come out, who can receive, play in their scheme, catch the balls, and they're gone. Tevin Coleman signed a 2-year deal, $10.5 million. Appreciate that, Anthony. Bro, that's why that man, Anthony be on point, bro. Anthony definitely be on point. But I'm not paying a running back. I'm not doing it. You saw earlier before Edo Smith got hurt, like you saw him doing the thing for a while. He was playing better than Devontae Freeman early in the season before he got hurt. He went down. Why pay running backs $30 million? I'm not doing it anymore. I'm done with that. I'm not paying a running back $30 million and then the next year you're paying a running back $30 million, no, $16, $15 million and he's on IR. Like, I'm not doing that, bro. I would much rather double up, draft a running back 1 year, draft another running back the next year, sign a free agent running back, draft a guy, and let them be their 1-2 punch. I am not paying a running back over $20 million. I'm not doing it, bro. I'm sorry. I'm not doing it. I'm not giving them $20 million guarantee. I'm not doing it. Because they're going to get injured. Tevin Coleman's always hurt. Devontae Freeman's always hurt. Why pay running backs? I would much rather invest in offensive line than pay running backs $30, $40 million a year. Bro, come on. No, absolutely not. Are you in favor of drafting down and getting a lot of picks? Appreciate that, Matty Ghost, man. I appreciate that, dog. I truly do. And getting a lot of picks, good players. You know what? I've said this over and over and over. This man said paying running back is like marrying stripper. Hey man, you got a point there, skills. Well, Matty Ghost, bro. I appreciate the chat, super chat, but um, I am in favor of I'm in favor of trading down and getting picks because we know that the Falcons need help in the trenches, and the more picks that we can get in the middle rounds, you can find some decent, some damn good role players, and that's what the Falcons need. You have Deion Jones, you have Desmond Trufant, you have Grady Jarrett, you have Tack McKinley. All you need is role players to come in, do what they're supposed to do, and that's be, situational pass rushers, situational running backs, run stuffers as defensive tackles. Let's do that job. Spell Grady Jarrett, spell Deion Jones, you know what I'm saying? Spell Devontae Freeman, spell Julio Jones. As long as you have depth in this league and good coaching, you're always going to be a contender. And that's what the Falcons don't have. They don't have a lot of depth on the defensive side of the ball, especially up front in the trenches. So, like I said, if their guy isn't sitting at 16 with that lack of depth on the defensive side of the ball, you don't know what's going to happen with Vic Beasley. Vic Beasley could, say that he won 14, $15 million. And he says that, no, I'm not an outside linebacker. I'm a defensive end. I want $15 million. Vic Beasley could easily say that. So what I would do if I were the Falcons in this situation, I'm trading down. If their guy isn't there at 16, trade down, get again maybe a second round pick, maybe a lower second round pick. You get a third or fourth round, a seventh to go along with that. Absolutely, I'm trading down, and then you can potentially draft Keanu Neal's replacement at safety with a couple of extra picks because I think we're going to need an extra safety because I can't count on Keanu Neal. I can't count on Keanu Neal. I don't know what Isaiah Oliver if he's going to be the answer opposite Desmond Trufant. I don't know if Isaiah Oliver is going to be that. I don't know if Kendall Sheffield is an outside corner. Maybe he is a slot corner. He can't play outside. These are the things that you have to think about as it pertains to the depth on this roster. Maybe Jordan Miller, he can't play outside. Maybe he is a slot corner. Now you have another decision to make. Jordan Miller, he can't play outside. Kenneth Sheffield, he can't play outside. Both of those guys are slot corners. And you have to invest in another corner. These are the things that you have to keep in mind. And you can't trade guys like Desmond Trufant because you think he's not living up to the level you think. These are the things that you have to think about. So it's not as just easy to just get rid of guys because you think this guy's going to be good. And like I said, we got a long list of guys that's currently in the NFL right now that's making a bunch of money. They gave up 2 first-round picks for this guy, and they didn't make the playoffs. I tried to warn people about that dude. I tried to warn people about Miss Thing. They didn't want to listen to me. They said he was a shutdown corner. They said Jalen Ramsey was a shutdown corner. They got rid of Marcus Peters for a shutdown corner. DeMonte Casey is going to be our free safety, especially with Raheem Morris. He's going to be free safety. Ricardo Allen's going to be strong safety. I still think he's going to be strong safety, but Ricardo Allen and DeMonte Casey, those are going to be the guys. I just don't think the Falcons can afford to keep Keanu Neal here for the long haul. So again, I think that's why trading down, getting an extra pick here and there, so they can potentially draft Keanu Neal's replacement. Because, like I said, I don't care. This guy has yet proven to be. Keanu has yet to prove that he is capable of not getting injured. This dude is pretty much, he had 1 year where he played the entire year for the most part. I think he was injured early on in his rookie year. But Keanu Neal has yet to prove that he can stay healthy. So the Falcons have to draft a safety in this draft. That's just my. I call him Miss Thing. I call him Miss Thing. That dude is a straight up diva, man. That dude is a straight up diva. Matty Ghost, I appreciate that, dog. Hey, Jelon, this man said Miss Thing is a shutdown corner. Man, that man was on ice skates when he playing against Julio, man. That man was on ice skates, man. If it wasn't for them getting pressure up front, man, Julio would have put a buck 50 on him easy. That man was on skates, bro. Julio had that man on skates. Jamon Brown, I don't think Jamon Brown is going anywhere. There's talk that Jane Carpenter may retire. So I don't know, man. I just don't know, man. That man said we need Dale Pitt. Dale Pitt is a damn good hitter, man. He kind of scares me with his hit. I think he's a pretty good safety, but he kind of scares me, man, with his hitting. That dude is he loves contact. He loves freaking contact. I do like Dale Pitt. I must say that though. I like his aggressiveness. Rodney Reeds, I thought Sheffield was the fastest guy to come out of college. I think he ran like a 4.2. So that dude is fast, man. Sheffield is going to be a weapon in the middle of the field. Like he can tackle, has a knack for the ball. He's fast. Like this dude, I think he's going to be a pretty good weapon for the Falcons. Curtis Weaver, is Curtis Weaver coming out of college? I'm not sure if he's coming out of college. I think he is though. Trade for Richard Sherman? Nah, I'm good on that. Nah, I'm good on him, man. I'm good on him. Nah, you can have him. Let's go get Robert Quinn. Is Robert Quinn? I think he's a free agent, but I think he's going to command too much money. Rashad, bro, like for real, man. I don't know why people like overrating this dude, man. Jalen Ramsey be getting work, man. You don't trade a guy away for that. If he's a shutdown corner the way he say he is, you don't just trade this. You don't trade away a shutdown corner. And then he's just like he's a diva, man. This dude is almost like Antonio Brown. Like you can't take this dude nowhere. He gonna act a damn fool. Nah, I'm good on that. You can have Jalen Ramsey, bro. I'm not giving up no two first round picks for Jalen Ramsey. He's not that good. He's a nice corner, but he's not a shutdown. We need to shut that down right there. Should we get Shaq Barrett and Griffin? I like Everson Griffin, but I'm not sure if Everson Griffin is going to cost. Um, I don't know how much he's going to cost. So I would like Griffin here, but no, I keep away from Shaq Barrett, man. I'm that dude scares the crap out of me. Shaq Barrett, he scares the living hell out of me. I don't want anywhere near him. If you can get a nice price for Shaq for 2 years, yeah, I would do that. But that dude scares me, man. I know he had a good year, but he scares the crap out of me. Shaq is a 3-4 outside linebacker. So if you didn't know about the Falcons defense, the Falcons run a multiplex defense. They go from 3-4, 5-2, and 4-3 under. So the Falcons definitely will be able to utilize a Shaq Barrett similar to what they did with Vic Beasley. So signing a Shaq Barrett um, isn't necessarily something that I believe that will happen. But if the Falcons can kind of come get a deal worked out for him for like $10 million or so, I would do that. But outside of that, like I just don't trust him. I don't trust Shaq Barrett, to be honest. Rise up, rundown is loving the Kareem Hunt to the Falcons. Um, Kareem Hunt, dog, I'm good on that. Like I said, Kareem is gonna cost money, and to be honest, I just don't want to pay any running back. I'm not paying running backs. All right, I will much rather draft a couple of running backs. What I would do, I would draft a running back maybe in the second or third round. You get him for 4 years. Um, After that fourth year, after the second year, I'll draft another running back. So it'll be, I have one running back for 4 years, and then the next running back, I'll draft him a year after that. So we always have a running back, with the team for the most part. Why? Because I just don't believe in trading. I really don't believe in paying running backs $30 million. I don't want to give him no 15. I don't want to give a running back $15 million. I just don't think it's worth it in this league. Being that running backs often get injured, often get hurt, and you're gonna have maybe a 4 year window when you have a guy like, Todd Gurley, dominating the league for the most part. I don't know if I'm gonna get it. I just don't know if I'm gonna get that consistency from a running back, him staying healthy for one. I just don't. I don't believe in it, man. Eric Berry just needs to. The idea of having Eric Berry should be dead and gone right now. Eric Berry is not coming to the Falcons, man. I wouldn't mind him, but I doubt that the Falcons bring him back. I haven't watched Logan's video. People have people have been talking to me about telling me about that video, but I will check that video out later today, man. Later tonight. Man, that dude, look, man, it goes broke. Like, man, Jalen Ramsey, like I said, I just call him Miss Thing, man. That dude is sassy as hell. That dude is sassy as hell. So, yeah, I don't know about all that, man. Y'all can have Jalen Ramsey. If you think he's a shutdown corner, maybe he is from a certain perspective, but I'm not paying him $100 million. I'm never paying him $100 million. I don't think he's that good of a corner. He needs a pass rush for him to be successful. That man said he has a warrant out for his arrest. Two first round picks for that dude. Oh man, Baker Mayfield needs to control his words too. Man, forget Baker Mayfield, man. That dude prissy as hell too. That team is going straight down. Why? Why? Because that dude cannot keep his damn mouth shut. And look like Odell Beckham Jr. may be out of there in Cleveland. That team is a nightmare, man. I feel bad for Cleveland fans. They thought they had a Super Bowl contender. And of course, he's gone. Was the O line that bad and play calling? The O line isn't as bad as people make it seem. The O line really isn't as bad as people make it seem. Dirk Cutter passing the ball 40 times a game is what makes the offensive line look worse than what they are. If you don't run the ball or commit to the run, dog, I don't care how good. I really don't care how good you think your offensive line is. If you're passing the ball 40, 50 times a game, they're going to eventually get to your quarterback. Offensive linemen love to play. I appreciate it, dog. But offensive linemen love to play physical. Offensive linemen can't play physical if they constantly going backwards. All right, that's just facts. If you're constantly in pass protection as an offensive lineman, when do you get the chance to punch a damn defensive lineman or linebacker in the face? You never get that chance. So the Falcons got to play much more aggressive. They have to run the ball, and they're not running the ball, man. There's no point like even having running backs if you're going to stand back and throw the ball 40, 50 times a game. And no screens are not an extension of the running game. I'm tired of people saying that crap. Screens are not an extension of the running game, okay? No, it's not. Have you heard of any Austin Hooper updates? I'm going to make a video on that, but I'll just say this. I'm going to make a video on Austin Hooper and what I expect the Falcons to do, and I may put that out sometime this week for sure. But Austin Hooper, I'll just say this. Just be open for anything when it comes to Austin Hooper. And when I drop that video, you'll know exactly what I say, what I mean when I say that. Just be prepared for anything with Austin Hooper. Joe Burrow going to Cincinnati, man. That man gonna cry when he get to Cincinnati, dog. That dude gonna be in his feelings when he get to Cincinnati. When he realize they don't want to pay any money for anybody, yeah, Joe Burrow gonna cry when he get there. And I think he is an Ohio native, man. So he better pray to God that he doesn't go to Cincinnati. That somebody comes up and takes him away. Because he's going to be in for a world of hurt when he found out Mike Brown is one of the worst owners in the league. Should the Raiders do? Should we do a Raiders and trade our first for the team with second round picks and load up on talent? If the Falcons players aren't, if the Falcons player isn't there at 16, I always suggest trading down. Don't reach for a player that you know for a fact isn't going to be he isn't worth being at that spot. Never settle for a guy that you can get in the second round, man. If you can get this guy, you know this guy's going to be around in the second round. Don't take him with the 16. Just trade down. If you can find a trade partner, trade down, still get that player, and you pick up a couple of extra picks. So never reach for a player. Legit, Tulane. I appreciate it, dog. Appreciate it. Kansas City ran the ball 23 times a game. Like they ran the ball 23 times. Like that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about with the Falcons. Like you cannot Even though you're a passing game, and even though Kansas City has some of the best receivers in the game, they still commit to the running game and they get that ball out of his hands. They don't have these long developing plays with Pat Mahomes. They get the ball out of his hands and they use him the correct way. Let the playmakers make plays and stop with these long developing players. Matt Ryan doesn't have the arm like that anymore to throw the ball 40 yards down the field consistently. This is not his game anymore. Let him be a West Coast quarterback, get the ball out of his hands quick, short intermediate routes, and just let the athletes be athletes. CJ Goat TV, bro, I would love the Falcons to be a ground and pound team, but as long as Dirk Cutter's with their team, I doubt that happens. This dude's gonna force the ball. He's gonna force the Falcons to pass. Matty Ghost, appreciate it, dog. Appreciate the super chat, dog. And I bet Thomas Dimitrov is going to draft as a opposed top notch passer. He isn't drafting down. Oh man, oh man. I hate that. I don't trust. I truly don't trust this man. I know what you meant, pass rusher. Um, I don't trust Thomas Dimitrov, man. I think the Falcons are going to reach. They could do something crazy, man. That's why I say be prepared for the Falcons to do anything this year, man. This offseason, be prepared for anything. And that's the same thing I said about Austin Hooper. Just be prepared for anything. These guys are trying to save their job. And if Derek Brown is there, if they feel like Derek Brown is a franchise player, if they feel like Chase Young is a franchise player, if they feel like AJ is a franchise player, the Falcons are going to try to make a move. All right. And I think a pass rusher, you're absolutely right, dog. I can definitely see that happening. The Falcons taking a chance and just, trading. They have 2 second round picks, and that's why I'm like, at this point for the Falcons, that's why I definitely see the Falcons doing anything at this point, dog. But I don't trust that dude, man. Seriously. Matt Dog, I do not trust Thomas Dimitrov. This dude, we need a defensive tackle. He ended up trading. He ended up drafting Calvin Ridley. We didn't need a wide receiver, and I'm not suggesting that there was a mistake or you know it was the wrong thing. Calvin Ridley was just one of those players that if he's there, you think he's a potential franchise receiver, and go ahead and do it. I wasn't mad at it, but I didn't think we necessarily needed Calvin Ridley at the time. We need trench players, and like I said, I think we need to stop going after these wide receivers and go after these guys who can compete in the trenches. We got to be able to compete in the trenches. We're good as a wide receiver. We don't have time to throw the ball. So, man, I just don't trust him, man. I truly don't trust him. Oh my God, man. Y'all, damn, bro. Y'all tripping, man. Good gracious, bro. Y'all tripping. Wow, this man said Dante Robinson. Dante Robinson, man. That's the one I haven't heard in a while. Rodney, bro, I truly believe the Falcons are going to defensive line. They cannot afford to not go defensive line, man. Like I said, especially with Vic Beasley potentially not coming back, bro. Like they're not going to have anybody opposite attack, and there's a strong possibility that we won't have Tack because he just had shoulder surgery. The Falcons cannot play around and not draft a corner, not a corner, but a defensive lineman. They can't. They can't screw around. You're gonna lean on John Kaminsky, the guy that he really didn't pay much this year. I don't know about that. That doesn't seem like a smart. It's not a smart move, man. Man, skills in here put yo, man, y'all in here dropping knowledge, bro. Gosh, sheesh. I haven't say nothing, bro. Y'all dropping all the knowledge. Good God, bro. Pat Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers, Lamar, Tom Brady, Drew Brees, Russell Wilson, all better than Matt Ryan. Patrick Mahomes, I could possibly give you that one. I can't give you Aaron Rodgers. I can't give you Lamar. I can't give you Tom Brady. I can't give you Drew Brees. And I can possibly see Russell Wilson, even though I still think Russell Matt Ryan is better than Russell Wilson. But outside of Patrick Mahomes, I can't give you the rest of them. You can't convince me like Matt Ryan is not better than Tom Brady, that Matt Ryan is not better than Drew Brees. You put Matt Ryan on that Patriots team, I guarantee they go to a Super Bowl. You put Matt Ryan on that Saints team, I guarantee the Saints go to the Super Bowl. You put Matt Ryan on that Seattle team, I guarantee he goes to the Super Bowl. Matt Ryan is one of the most underappreciated and underrated quarterbacks in the history of the game, bro. That guy does nothing but put up numbers. This guy does nothing short of putting his team in situations where they can succeed. And somehow this dude never gets the credit that he deserves. And you trying to tell me that he's overrated? Trying to tell me that Lamar in his second year is better than Matt Ryan? He just got put out. That team just got put out. The same exact thing that happened to Matt Ryan. Their defense didn't show up. Happened to Ryan, but everybody want to say that Matt Ryan is. I don't see. Have you seen Tom Brady this year? Have you guys seen Tom Brady? That dude, look, that defense carried that team. John Kaminsky is the next JJ Watt. He has the build, man. He plays with power. He has the athleticism. So you never know, man. Falcons could think that Falcons may think that John Kaminsky is going to be a damn good player. So there's no shame in letting Vic Beasley walk, bringing in a veteran to kind of be a defensive tackle or a defensive end to be a rotational piece and bring in a defensive tackle or a defensive end to kind of be, a next rotational piece for the Falcons. Look, man, I'm not opposed to it. I'm not opposed to that at all. I know that, like I said, I'm done thinking about paying Vic Beasley, what, 15, $14 million a year. I'm not doing that. Vic Beasley at this point is nothing more than a 3-4 outside linebacker. You're gonna pay $8, $10 million a year for a 3-4 outside linebacker or a Sam linebacker, if you will. I'm not overpaying for anybody anymore. Falcons are not in a position where they overpay anybody. Oh my God. Jameis Winston has better stats. When you damn pass the ball 1,000 times in a damn That man got 30 interceptions. You talking about better stats than Matt Ryan? Who? When? Where? Matt Ryan ain't never threw 30 interceptions in a year, dog. Jameis Winston has better stats than Matt Ryan. Man, come on. I can't believe that even came out of your mouth. Where you from, dog? They man said Jameis Winston has better stats than Matt Ryan. Yo, man. Bro, you can't possibly believe what you just said. Oh, this dude said this man, oh wow. My bad, Jude. That I ain't trying to do that. This man said Jameis Winston. This man threw 30 interceptions in a year. You had the audacity to say that shit. 30 interceptions in a year, and you had the audacity to say he had better stats than Matt Ryan. That man, look, Matt Ryan can throw the ball. You know, look, this dude was on pace before he got hurt. Matt Ryan was on pace to and pretty much throw for like 5,600 yards before he got hurt. He got hurt, and then all went. The Falcons went back for the kind of what a more balanced run because they had no choice but to start to use the running backs more, use the running their running backs, use Chris Lyncham and Caleb Garrett the way they should be, and run the ball more. So come on, bro, 30. Man, I look Triple G dog like 30 interceptions. I don't give a damn who you are. That's never acceptable at all. All right. R2K, you damn right about that, man. It's never acceptable to throw for what 30 pick. Like, come on, 30 interceptions in a year, man. Come on, man. You can't excuse that crap, bro. You can't praise 5,030 interceptions, 5,000 yards and 30 interceptions. You can't excuse that. I'm sorry, bro. AJ Evans, you want the Chiefs to win now? Screw guy. Hey man, I'm gonna start my. I'm gonna start my Kyle Shanahan hate after the Super Bowl. All right, so I'm gonna start that back up. But right now, got to get that dude credit for getting his team to the Super Bowl. You can't hate on that. I don't care who you are, man. You got to get that dude credit for what he did. He got his team to the Super Bowl. They did it. Simple as that. Golden Rooster dog, we should have promoted him. Like he wanted a head coach job. Like you can't hate that man for wanting to hate. We can't hold a man back. We can't hold a man back, man. He wanted a head coaching job and he got a head coaching job. I would have wanted him back, but like, come on, man. You got to get that man his credit. But that man wanted a head coaching job. He got a head coaching job, and that's exactly what he get. Like I said, man, more power to him for that. I'm not. I'm not staying on the team, like your boy. I'm not staying. Man, how can anybody? All right, how can anybody? How can anybody hate on that? Like I said, man, more power to Kyle Shanahan for right now. But when it comes down to this alt season, it's gonna be forever for Kyle Shanahan because I still think he screwed the Falcons over to get a ring for the most part. And if he did, to hell with him. To hell with him. All right. Whoa, 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 whoa. We want the Niners. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. We don't want the Niners to win. No, we don't want that. I just said congratulations to the dude. That's all I'm talking about. I don't want him to win. No, I got the Chiefs on this. I don't want him to win. I just said congratulations. You got your team to the Super Bowl. I don't want you to win. No, don't get that twisted. No, 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 don't get it twisted, Falcons fan. Just because I said congratulations don't mean I want him to win. No, I never said that. No, 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 no. I ain't got that much love for the dude. Go Chiefs. The hell with that. I never said I want him to win. That dude screwed us out of a championship. Then he said, sorry, I blew it. No, I know it's a lot of Falcons fans that are gonna say, no, that's the head coach, he blew it. Like a lot of head coaches, they trust their offensive coordinators. All right. And to be honest, the Falcons were on a historic run. All right. That was a historic run in 2016. Why in the hell would why wouldn't Dan Quinn trust Kyle Shanahan? Think about that for a second. You're scoring over 30 points a game. Why would Dan Quinn not trust Kyle Shanahan? Come on. Think about that, Falcons fan. Why wouldn't he? Why would he question anything Kyle Shanahan is doing? You got us to the Super Bowl. You helped get us to the Super Bowl that year with your brilliant play calling. And you want him to just like, no, Kyle, you're doing the wrong thing. No, he's been doing that thing. He's been doing that all year, being aggressive all year. So I don't necessarily blame Dan Quinn for, not taking over the play calling. You got to look at it from both perspectives. Kyle Shanahan got aggressive, too aggressive. He lost. He magically lost the playbook. How the hell you lose a playbook at a press conference? Better yet, how is a playbook even at a press conference? Why don't you have someone holding it? You know what I'm saying? Like I don't understand that whole scenario. And then after the Super Bowl, you buddy and best friends stand on the sideline talking to Bill Belichick, and then you turn around, make a trade for his quarterback. Hmm. That's very interesting. And then one thing that went underreported is that there was a drone while the Falcons were playing. That was just magically a drone flying over the practice. What is that all about? So there's a lot of suspect stuff doing that. There was a lot of suspect stuff going through that, man. It was just so much going on, man. Yeah, come on. It was just way too much. Like I said, it's always going to be for Kyle Shanahan. Give him credit for getting this thing to the Super Bowl, but at the same time, bro, it's still fucking. Look at his passing stats of top five NFL quarterback. None of them made the playoffs. Ryan is his fifth. Yeah, man. I actually made a video on Kyle Shanahan. Um, I'll probably put that in the community tab so you guys can check that out. But I said earlier that in that video that Kyle Shanahan, he's never had a quarterback pass for over 40,000, 4,000 passing yards and over 20. Yeah, he's never had a quarterback pass for over 20 touchdown, 25 touchdown in a year. That's incredibly alarming if you ask me. Not one quarterback. And like I said, this does nothing to say. I'm not saying that Kyle Shanahan isn't a good play caller. He's a pretty good play caller. But I think he can get arrogant. I think he's shown that he's an arrogant coach and he doesn't necessarily do things the right way. But Kyle Shanahan isn't this guru that people make him out to be. He's been taught well. He knows when and when not to do things, but he gets in his own way when he just does crazy stuff like passing the ball when you need to run the ball. You're up 11 in the fourth quarter. All you have to do is just run the ball. Julio makes one of the greatest catches in the history of Super Bowl that no one will remember. Kyle Shanahan comes out in the very next play on the 25-yard line. All the Falcons have to do at that point. You have one of the best kickers in the NFL at that time. Just line up the ball, run the ball three times, go to an 11-point game. But the Falcons are up at that time. All they had to do line up for a kick. You go up. If you make that kick, you go up 11. But at that point in time, like you got to go for the kill. And by the kill, I mean you got to do the right thing, and that's run the damn ball and try to extend the game to a two possession instead of a one possession game. But nope, Kyle Shanahan didn't do that. He didn't do that. He did not do that. Jordan Daniel, like that's what I'm talking about. Like all he had to do, if he didn't want to risk a turnover, like you could have just nailed on the ball three times. You know what I'm saying? And line up for the field goal. And the worst thing you can do at that point in time is you're gonna go to overtime anyway. You're gonna go to overtime anyway. Run the ball, you go up 11. Kick the field goal. Nope. Nope, that's not what they did. That's not what Kyle Shanahan did. It just got it got way too smart. No, Kenneth, that's not how things work in the NFL. That's not exactly how things work in the NFL. And like I said, you got to put yourself in Dan Quinn's shoes at that point. This offense has scored. They had scored 30 points a game. It was averaging over 30 points a game. Think about this. Take it like just take this in consideration. Take this in consideration. Everyone take this in consideration. This Falcons offense was scoring over 30 points a game. Scoring over 30 points a game with its exact same scheme. Being aggressive in that situation. Falcons have been doing that all year, and you're aggressive. Why wouldn't Dan Quinn trust Kyle Shanahan? If you've been aggressive the entire season, why wouldn't you trust Kyle Shanahan? Why wouldn't you just trust what he's doing? He trusted Kyle Shanahan to do the right thing, and Kyle Shanahan didn't do the right thing. And like I said, Kyle Shanahan has been in the league longer than Dan Quinn. So I know a lot of people are blaming Dan Quinn for not making the quote unquote proper call. But in that situation, why wouldn't he trust Kyle? He's done everything the right way to get us to that point. We scored, what, 28, 30 points against Tom Brady and the Patriots. Why wouldn't he trust Kyle Shanahan? Why would you say no? Don't do that. This is this. Like, why wouldn't he? Like, let's be honest, Falcons fan. Let's be honest. Why wouldn't he trust Kyle Shanahan? The head coach doesn't call plays. The head coach puts game plans together. And not to say that it isn't, it's all his fault. Dan Quinn could have done this and he could have done that. He could have called the timeout. Yeah, he could have did this. But like I said before, how do you not trust Kyle Shanahan if he has gotten you to the point and he had an historic run to the playoffs, breaking all types of NFL records? Why would Dan Quinn not trust Kyle Shanahan in that position? We're talking about all these what if and all this type of stuff. The Falcons had a historic offense in 2016-17 run. Are we talking about he blew this, Dan Quinn blew this? This man trusts Kyle Shanahan. He trusted Kyle Shanahan to make the right decision, and he did not do it. And like you said before, I know for sure the guys who were at the game. They were saying Matt Ryan, like, what the hell are you doing, Kyle? Run the damn ball. And yes, Matt Ryan, yes, Dan Quinn could have did this and did that. But like I said, you got to put yourself in these head coaches. He trusts his players. He trusts his coaches even more. There's very few head coaches in this league that don't trust their offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator. And to be honest, more a coach probably trusts his offense coordinator more than he trusts players. So again, why wouldn't Dan Quinn trust what Kyle Shanahan is doing in that position? So it's easy to sit back and say Dan Quinn didn't do that. It's easy to say that Dan Quinn could have changed the plays and all that. Yes, Kyle Shanahan, yes, he could have told Kyle Shanahan to do this and do that. But you got to think about the situation. The Falcons were up at 8 at that point. And this is another thing that Falcons fan, a lot of people just don't think about. The Falcons are up at 8. If Dan Quinn decide to call a timeout there and change the play and it doesn't work, guess what happens? Not only do you missed a timeout, not only do you miss a timeout, you don't have a timeout. And Tom Brady goes down. You only have, at that point, I'm not exactly sure that you could how many timeouts did they have, but let's just say the Falcons only have one timeout left at that point. Tom Brady goes down, go down the field, and they score, and they only have 40 seconds on the clock, and you have one timeout left. You're gonna need more than 40 seconds. There's no guarantee that Matt Ryan is gonna go down the field and score with 40 seconds. So you want to conserve those timeouts. Like these are the things that a lot of Falcons fans don't pay attention to. So it's definitely a lot more than what it could. And no, King, he couldn't have called an audible because it also says if you ever seen Matt Ryan and read the article of Matt Ryan stated why the Falcons could not audible, why he couldn't audible. These are the things that happen during this game and throughout the season that a lot of Falcons fans just don't know. It's not just easy to say, "Oh, he could have audible." Kyle Shanahan likes to have control of the play calling. So he gets the ball and he gets the play in with about 10 to 12 seconds on the clock, on the play clock. So at that point, you only got 12 seconds on the play clock, and it takes about 5 seconds to get up to the line, 2 to 3 seconds to get up the line. Now you're down to 9 seconds. 9 seconds, you can't audible. It's difficult to audible to another play with 9 seconds on the clock. Take 3 seconds to get up to the line. That's 9 seconds you have to audible. It's not that easy, people. And then you got to factor in the noise in the Super Bowl. Like these are the things that it's not just that easy. Like you people like it's Madden. Like this is not Madden where you just press you press the square button, then you press X and press circle. Like it's not that easy, dog. It's not that easy. Where it's just you're gonna get the play in 2 seconds. Some people, it's hard for the wide receivers to hear the play. Quarterback screaming with the crowd screaming. Wide receivers can't hear the plays. Hell, sometimes the running back can't hear the play. So you got to factor in a lot of those things. It's not just that easy to just say, "Oh, we're just going to audible." So it's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff when it comes down to it. It was a collective. It really was a collective effort on the Falcons losing that game. He should have just pressed square circle. That's what I'm saying, man. People think it's just that easy to just we're just gonna press the square button, we're gonna get it in, we're gonna get the play in less than a half a second. Nah, bro, it don't work. It don't work that way. It really doesn't work that way, man. But like I said, I'm not here to XYYB. Hey, you just never know, man. Maybe he did have a B button. King, that's something that Roddy actually said. That's something King. That's exactly what Roddy said too. Roddy White said he would have jumped off sides. Roddy White said exactly that. Roddy White said he thought that Kyle Shanahan did it on purpose. He called those plays on purpose. Roddy White, he said exactly that. He said, "What the hell are we doing?" If he was in that position, he would have jumped off sides on purpose so we can get the play, get the play in right. So you could have had a veteran wide receiver or somebody take a position like that and take it amongst themselves to say, no, this is the wrong play. I'm gonna jump off sides and cost us 5 yards. Right or right, good. He said it. He said he would have done that. But again, that's why I say this is a collective effort for the Falcons to just, we just lost. We can point the finger at Matt Ryan. We can point the finger at Dan Quinn, Kyle Shanahan. We can point the finger at Julio Jones. Because like I said, Roddy White said he would have jumped offside to save that possession. And we're only 5 yards away at that point. 5 yards away. I think it was at the 25. All the Falcons have to do is just run the clock out for the most part. AJ Evans, look, man, it's like I said, it's deeper than just Kyle Shanahan, Dan Quinn. Man, look, when you out there at this is why I say this is more Kyle Shanahan fault than anything. This is why I say that. And I'm not just gonna place the blame all on, you know, Kyle Shanahan. But when you have a 28-3 lead in the third quarter, and it's like 8 minutes left in the third quarter, you're up 28-3. Bro, just run the damn ball. What are you doing? He took out Devontae Freeman, who was running the ball well. He made one mistake, and it was like a 2 or 3 yard loss, and he benched him for losing yards on that play. Like, run the ball. Why are you up 28-3? Why are you continuously trying to throw the ball? That defense gave up what 25 points in a quarter and a half. That ain't Matt Ryan's fault. That's not necessarily Kyle Shanahan's fault. That defense was young and they weren't ready. Remember Debo, rookie. Keanu Neal, rookie. Jalen Rams, I think he was the first or second year, but these guys were young. This was a second year corner. These guys were young, bro. Devondre Campbell, rookie. You know what I'm saying? Like, these guys were young as hell, man. We just weren't ready. Grady Jarrett, young. Vic Bees was a second year. No, he was the first or second. I think he was a second year player. But these guys were young, bro. These guys were young. So when it all comes down to it, man, like, we can dissect that Super Bowl all we want, but that was a collective effort to lose in that game. And I place most of the blame, to be honest, on the defensive side of the ball because we just did not get consistent pressure. and we could not get off the field. Coupled with that lucky ass catch from I think it was Amendola, the crap barely, like he barely, it was like a half an inch off the ground. Stuff like that just did not go our way. So it was definitely a collective effort at losing that game. But I always said that Kyle Shanahan, he threw that shit in the last couple of games. The last couple of minutes in that game, it did look like it was just that was just a weird feeling for me, dog. Like you on the 25-yard line and you just going for the kill. You on the 25-yard line and you put your weakest pass protector and Devontae Freeman in pass protection. Like, come on, man. That's suspect as hell for me. Devontae Freeman is literally your worst pass protector, and you put him in pass protection against Dante Hightower. Like, come on, people. What are you thinking, Kyle? Like, what are you thinking? You didn't put a tight end on the end. You put Devontae Freeman on the end to try to hold Dante Hightower. This dude is a whole 5'8", 200 pounds, and you put him against some Dante Hightower. And you could have easily brought in a tight end. You could have easily called a draw in that situation. No, you put Devontae Freeman in and pass protection. You could have easily called a screen for Devontae Freeman. Nope, you put him in pass protection. Like, these are the things that I'm talking about. You go back and look at that team like, what are y'all doing? So when it all comes down to it, man, I'm not gonna place blame all on Kyle Shanahan because, like I said, the Falcons players could have done things. Dan Quinn could have done things. Everybody played a hand in losing that game. And that's why I would just much rather just move on, stop talking about it, because we're not going to get that moment back. And Kevin Coleman definitely was out that game. I think that's why Devontae Freeman was in pass protection. I think he hurt his ankle. That's a great point. Yeah, I definitely miss Patrick DeMarco. We haven't had a solid fullback in a minute, man. But like, it was just so many things. It was just so many things that were just suspect for me, man. You man, you said he blamed Mike Allstott. Nah, man, I wouldn't mind having another Mike Allstott for real. I wouldn't mind having another Mike Allstott. Seriously, that dude was a beast. That man, 150 years old, man. But Aldridge Robinson was wide open, but just don't have enough time. You can't get it. But like I said, man, you can't change things just the way things go, man, and you can't win them all, man. Unfortunately for us, you can't win them all, and just got to continue to build in the trenches, man. And I think the Falcons still have enough firepower offensively. Matt Ryan's still a damn good quarterback. Just have to build that defense, man. You got to build this defense at this point. Rashad, that's it, bro. Build in the trenches. But yes, man. I appreciate you guys for tuning in, man. I will more than likely drop a couple of videos, maybe two or three of them tomorrow. Got some working on the the off season. Um, Maybe a Devondre Campbell contract, Vic Beasley contract, Austin Hooper contract. See what it will take if the Falcons re-sign these guys, and whatnot. Rashad, myself, the real Patman, Lieutenant Dan, we've been working on some things, man, to kind of give you guys idea of what could be. Not shit that you're just gonna, not stuff you're just gonna make up. But these scenarios are gonna be well thought out, and it's gonna be possible. Like we're not gonna give you blind crap. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna sign, Ndamukong Suh. We're gonna trade for Miles Garrett. We're gonna trade for Von Miller. That type of crap. Like none of that stuff is real, man. King, I appreciate this. Much love to you guys, man. You boy definitely love all you guys, man. That's straight up. Got to continue to talk this Falcons football because, like I said, man, it's not many of us positive. Uh, it's really not a lot of positive groups or just media content creators out here. So that's what your boy man Mike is trying to do, trying to become number one Falcons content creator. And like I said, man, I appreciate everybody for joining this live. I like doing these live, man. Like I said, I'm definitely gonna do more lives, especially in the off season, because there's not much to talk about. And we can just sit here and chat about, potential draft picks and whatnot, the Falcons, what they're going to do, how, the coaches, how everything is going in the offseason, man. So I'm definitely going to do more live videos. That's for damn sure, man. And hopefully we don't pass the ball 40 freaking times a game again and get Matt Ryan killed. You know what I'm saying, R2K? Hopefully we don't do that. But I appreciate everybody for continuing to support your boy, man. If you guys got any Falcons friends, doesn't matter if they're not Falcons, friends. Just tell them to come support your boy at Mad Mike Sports, man. Um, just hit a chat. Just hit a chat. But your boy gone positive Atlanta Falcons. Keep it up, bro. Damn right. Your boy Mad Mike is out, man.